This is the inside of a really old, circa World War II, tulamp F40T12 fluorescent shoplight. See, it's still got the original cloth insulated rubber wiring, which is still in, knock on wood, fairly good condition, considering the fact that this thing was made almost 70 years ago. It's got the original General Electric tulamp ballast. Cat number 58G983 for use with two 40-watt fluorescent lamps, 0.85 line amperes, 118 volts. That was some really old potential rating thing. A few back in the 1940s, 1950s, and whatnot. 60 cycles alternating current. They don't use that stupid modern metricated term. Line power factor above 90%. Average full load loss 15.5 watts. And pat numbers 2,050,629, 2,170,447, and 2,170,457. Made in USA. Certified ETL. Spec number 6. High power factor. Very old ballast, and it still works. And you can see there's the old friction tape connection. I'm definitely going to be replacing this old rubber cable. You can see that the conductors there have actually melted just with age, and you can see it's soaked into the conductors there. But that's probably the only wiring I'm going to be replacing, because everything else, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's got the old, likely original starter, the General Electric FS4, 30-watt, 40-watt starter, certified ETL, 974C, Underwriter's Laboratory listing, E18145, and there's a little code on there, 06. Costa Rica. Oh, this is not an original. This is Costa Rica. So those starters made after 1969. So those are not the original starters. Because there's two of these in the garage. This is one of them. The other one had the original American-made General Electric Watchdog Spec 6 starter, which, from what I can discern from various stuff on Lighting Gallery, was made, that was something that was only made during World War II, although they might have been made more recent than that. This is the other starter. It's a Royal Underwriters Laboratories listed 40-watt, 30-watt starter, faster and brighter with Royal fluorescent lamp lighter. So it's really old, and it's also got really nice, thick, beefy metal on both the ballast case, because old ones like this had a proper thermal design where you can see that there's this well, and the ballast is sitting on top of the fixture so it doesn't overheat. Modern crap troughers where it's just stuffed in a channel right next to the lamps. They run really hot and they don't last as long, but you still even get, if it's a proper magnetic, at least 20 years out of them. And this is the that's also really thick. Although I'm probably going to be retiring this one from service and painting it and doing a full restoration. You can see, in contrast to modern stuff, this is that conversion light I showed earlier in another video. You can see how much thinner and chintzy the metal is. That when straightening that, I was actually able to bend it, some of it by hand. You can see it's got the much worse AccuPro 120 volt model AP275 IP120 crap Chinese electronic garbage. And you can also see how this is a much tinier ballast, because ordinary slimline ballasts are about the size of that. This is normally what you'd find in a single lamp or two lamp rapid start F40T12 ballast. And those are just the original lamps that were in this. They're General Electric F40CWX main lighters, so I'd like to get a big case of those. And one last interesting thing is that, see, it's got the original rubber cord that was likely put on it almost 70 years ago. But you can see that this is fairly chintzy wiring, and that's you can see this old rubber cable's disintegrating. It's like, yeah, you can hear the cracks it makes. That's not good. And one last interesting thing is that it's spliced into as part of the cord. That is UF, which is direct burial, but you know modern UF is gray. This is white, and it's ungrounded. So it's really, really, really old. Because I have seen some very old installations around here which have had white UF, because it's one of the things that's really kind of annoying as an electrician, because you find white cable used outside, and what were these idiots smoking? They were using Romex outside, but it's actually white UF, because this is back before everything was all kinds of different colors. I know our house was built, I think it had been to white, they'd gone to gray UF, but I don't think we have any installations of it, so I can't test that. But all of the Romex is white. They didn't have the different colors for different gauges of Romex like they do now, but I believe this thing even work with this crap. But yeah, I'm going to be replacing this with just some typical replacement light SBT cable. That's chintzy. Well, that get crap. Not this. This is all really still in good condition. But then again, it was made back before things sucked, so to be expected.